There we go. Forgot to add myself to the stage. All right. So today we're going to start going over some anti-infective stuff. Um, Now, I take these every single day. You guys probably don't need to take these every day, and you definitely don't need to take these to the level that I take them. However, I see sick people in my office with COVID, with weird sinus infections, with whatever the new thing going around is, with all sorts of stuff. Like I see sick people all day long. That's one of the things I do. So I take extra stuff so that I don't get sick. People I was like, how do you see 20 sick people a day with all different things and never get sick? It's because I take stuff to prevent it. Um, this is especially going to be important, I think, over the next couple of months. We're seeing some weird stuff in the office, stuff we haven't seen before, really, really tough stuff. Um, so just a heads up. All right, so we'll start with Allison. Allison is basically garlic. It's a form of garlic. It's the medicinal, the inside piece of the garlic. Really, really good about a variety of different bacterial infections, sinus infections, gut stuff. Um, Really big on the kidney. We're seeing lots and lots and lots of pressure on the kidney right now. Um, and in Eastern medicine, the kidney is the wellspring of life. Anxiety, depression, those sort of things live in the kidney, low back pain. Kidney castor packs are still one of my favorite things to do for detoxification. I've got videos on that on this website. Check those out. It's 3 layers of cotton flannel, each individually soaked with castor oil, put directly on the skin, and then a far infrared heating pad. I like to wrap mine in clear plastic. On top of that, 45 minutes, you're good. Um, we've seen the kidney have a direct and very, very powerful response on blood pressure. We've seen it have effects on anxieties, things like that. Like we've had people come in full blown panic attacks, shaking, snot pouring out their nose, like can't speak. We'll get them back. We'll get them on a castor pack. This is back when we had our farm for red bed. And 30 minutes later, 45 minutes later, they'd be totally fine, clean their face up, go back to work. Um, so the kidney is a big, big, big player. Allison's a big one on that one. Now, Allison also helps break up what's called biofilms. Lots of parasites, including the spirochetes and things like that from Lyme's disease, build biofilms. If you don't break the biofilms, the body can't kill the bacteria or the Lymes and things like that, which is one of the reasons that people have such a poor time treating Lymes. They don't understand how the systems work. They just want to throw antibiotics at everything. And then when it doesn't work, they go, well, you must be the problem. You must not have really had Lymes because, we gave you antibiotics and you didn't get all the way better. So, but I see lots and lots and lots of problems with the way people treat Lymes, which is why they don't have the success that we do. You got to clean the liver and the kidneys first. You can't just attack for Lymes. Then you got to clean the gut up. So anyway, lysine's the next one. Lysine is an amino acid. If you take too much of this, you will just loosen your stool. So don't worry about overdosing on it. It is the very best thing for viruses. So when we used to just have to battle normal stuff before we got and I'm going to be real careful about how I say they're going to ban this entire video because we're going to talk about some vid stuff. Before the vid came out, we had to deal with bioweapons. All the real viruses, the naturally occurring viruses, this stuff would knock out real fast. Your body knows what to do against viruses, and this is the weapon of choice it uses against viruses. So lysine was a big player. So like people would come in with a cold, and a day later they'd be fine. They'd catch the flu, and 48 hours later they'd be totally fine. But this is a big, big player. So lysine's gonna be a big player for all your viruses, all non-man-made, non-bioweapon viruses. This is gonna be the biggest player. So keeping this up on a regular basis is good. This works against herpes. This is the fastest way to get rid of cold sores and general outbreaks and things like that you're gonna find. I put this up against medical stuff with dozens of patients who normally get Valtrex or normally get whatever they get for their fever, blisters, cold sores, or general outbreaks. And this has always been faster with every single patient. So depending on body weight, depends on how much you take, but get yourself some lysine. And if you guys are looking for things to stock up on, go to the Seawell store or go to the Pillars of Wellness and grab these two. These two are going to be two of your biggest ones. HCl will help quite a bit as well, but these two are going to be very, very, very beneficial. I have a bunch of these that I'm personally keeping. So, if we ever have slow down on shipping, I've still got my stuff. So I've got lots of these. I love these. Now, Hyssop, or in this case, this product is called Hyssinol. And right now we're using a product from PRL. PRL used to be my go-to source. It was by far the best stuff on the market. Dr. Marshall died, and the accountants took over, and the quality of their stuff has gone down significantly. This Hyssop stuff is still pretty good, but I'm looking for another manufacturer, somebody who can bring the quantum resonance field up a little bit. But this is still the stuff I'm taking, still the stuff I'm using for the moment. So Hyssinol from PRL. Do not go to Amazon. Go directly to the Premier Research Labs website. The other problem with PRL stuff, and with all other stuff, not just PRL, the stuff on Amazon is fake. Like when we were working directly with them, we would call up and be like, look, your products are for sale on Amazon for cheaper than we can buy them from you. And they're like, yeah, those are counterfeit. And I'm like, what have you done? They're like, there's something we can do. Like Amazon, like, it's not that Amazon doesn't care, but Amazon is a store where everything's sold. It's not they don't have dominion over the things that are sold. You can sign up for an account and sell whatever you want to. So if you print the labels, put them on bottles and put, poison in there, no one knows. So do not buy your stuff on Amazon. Get it from somebody's website. This is one of the reasons I started my own brand, was so that I could have control over where you got it. And so if I told you it's only available on my website and my store, that was the fact. In fact, I don't manufacture these. I find really, really high quality manufacturers that I like, and then we white label it from them, which is why sometimes if you order stuff, you get 2 different boxes on 2 different days, because I want the freshest stuff we can get from the very best manufacturers I can find for everything. And not one manufacturer is going to make the best everything. So I might have to do a whole supplement thing tomorrow. But these are the ones. So this new bug that's out, it's really, really strong. It's really nasty. It's what I'm going to look at. I've only seen about 20 or 30 cases of it in the past 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month. So I don't want to call it the new thing yet, but it is very, very sticky and very powerful. It's requiring quinine, Hyssinol, and Allison together, because there's a big, big hit on the kidneys, giving us blood pressure issues. And here's the problem. Like I keep telling you guys, COVID is a vascular problem, which means it's a blood vessel problem, which means it's an oxygen problem, it's a blood pressure problem, it's a nutrient problem, it's a waste problem. You mix that with this new bug that's hitting the kidneys and hitting the blood vessels really hard, that is requiring the Allison and the Hyssinol. It's not going to be good, guys. It's not going to be good. We're going to see lots and lots of death from it, because once you start messing with the blood system and the oxygen system, you're going to see a ton more arterial sclerosis. You're going to see a ton more neurodegenerative diseases like MS and dementia. You're going to start seeing, like I said, more heart attacks and strokes, and you're going to see a lot more cancers. So be very, very careful with the stuff you guys are taking, and especially any meds. I've got a buddy of mine who just called me, who's my age, 42, had to have 2 stents put in. Now, he did have 3 COVID vaccines. So we'll go through and we'll figure out how much of that was lifestyle and how much of that was the damage from the vaccines. But if you guys had those vaccines a little while ago, y'all need to go get calcium CTs and echocardiograms. You just have to. We're seeing so much damage in such young people. Y'all need to really, really take advantage of that. If your doctor won't get you calcium CTs and echocardiograms, call the office. We'll help you get them. But these are the ones that I take literally every single day. And this is what we're seeing over and over and over again. We're having to give people more and more Lysine, more and more Allison, more and more Hyssinol. I had to make a specific oil just for what we were seeing to bring the kidneys back on. And everybody's kidney that we were testing has got these issues, everybody's. So, I'm expecting to see a little bit more increase in anxiety in what we're kind of seeing over the past 6 months or so. But that's hard to tell, because with everything that's going on with the economy and with the world and that type of thing, but it is markedly increased. And we're seeing lots and lots more pressure issues, more fatigue issues. So, stuff's getting a little silly out there, but these are the anti-infectives that I use the most. I take on a daily basis. I take 1 Allison 3 times a day. I take 3 Lysine 3 times a day. And I take 1 Hyssinol 3 times a day. Again, you probably don't need to be at that level, because you're probably not seeing sick people day in, day out. I am. And so this is what I take to this is some of the stuff I take to kind of keep on the forefront of it. The other thing is quinine. So in 2020, I had quinine made for the office to battle COVID. We were giving people quinine, putting them in hyperbaric chambers. We were pulling them out of hospitals, and that's how we were saving people's lives. I can do a whole big deal on that, but that got me all sorts of trouble in 2020 when I posted it online then. So I also take quinine in the morning and the night. I talked about this several times. If I don't, my ejection fraction on my echocardiograms is 40. When I take my quinine, it's 60 because quinine knocks the spike protein off the ACE2 receptor site, allowing blood vessels in the heart, lungs, brain, and kidneys to dilate back out. So these are the anti-infectives I take, again, with the quinine. You can't get the quinine unless it's in my office. I don't have a supplier big enough to deal with that. But this is what we're doing right now. So if you guys starting to feel kind of off, if you guys are worried about, the bugs that are going around, you've heard your friends get sick real bad for 10 days or so, you might want to get some of this stuff in. Especially call the office. We can ship you the quinine. We can ship you the Hyssinol, or go to PRL's website. Like I said, do not ever buy supplements from Amazon, but you can get the Hyssinol from PRL's Premier Research Labs website as well. If you guys have any questions at chalmerswellness.com, or drop them in the chat, and we'll get everything going. You guys have a fantastic and wonderful day, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for your time.